Hi, everyone, and welcome back to History Ignited, the Webby Award-winning podcast where we break down the history behind every name in Billy Joel's song, He Didn't Start the Fire. I'm Andrew.
I'm Caroline.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Dave.
And today, we're not walking through history, we're flying.
Flying.
That's right, we're talking about Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, the person who doesn't grow up?
Exactly. And when Billy Joel wrote his song, he wasn't talking about the book or the play. He meant the 1953 animated movie made by Disney.
The movie became a huge hit and helped turn Disney into a pop culture powerhouse. It came out in 1953, just 2 years before Disneyland opened.
The story of Peter Pan had already been around for decades. The play was written by J.M. Barrie in 1904, and the novel came out a few years later. But Disney's movie turned it into something new, full of color, music, and unforgettable characters.
Like Tinkerbell!
Tinkerbell was in the original play, but Disney's version made her sparkle. Literally. And she became one of the most famous Disney characters ever.
The movie came at a time when people really needed a break from reality. The Cold War was happening, and Americans were worried about things like nuclear weapons and communism. But Peter Pan offered a magical world where kids could fly and never grow up.
And never have to go to work, and never have to wear a tie.
But the kids have to figure out whether they wanted to grow up. Peter Pan and his lost boys did not, but they still wanted to rely on Trevor and Wendy to be their mother.
It also had pirates, mermaids, fairies, and a crocodile that ticked like a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. And songs that stuck in your head like You Can Fly and Following the Leader.
And with the dastardly Captain Hook, lots of sword fights and battles between good and evil.
Okay, but how big of a deal was this movie?
A huge deal. It made millions at the box office and kept being re-released every few years. It also led to books, toys, costumes, and more.
And when Disneyland opened in 1955, one of the very first rides was Peter Pan's Flight, where you could actually fly over London in a pirate ship.
Does anybody remember going on that ride at Disney World?
Kind of. I only remember the crocodile and Captain Hook.
Wait, we went on that one?
It was at the very end of our trip.
Yeah,
I just remember Space Mountain.
And it was a really long line.
Anyways, back on topic. Cough, mother, cough. We'll talk more about that in a couple of episodes when we get to Disneyland. How it got built and how it changed America forever.
All right, that's everything for today. Hey, Caroline, you want to give us a joke?
Why is Peter Pan always flying?
Why?
Because he never lands.
Thanks for joining us on History Ignited. Peter Pan flew across movie screens, into toy stores, and even into a ride at one of the most famous theme parks ever.
Next time, we're heading somewhere very different, but the magic sticks around.
And just a few episodes from now, we'll land in Disneyland itself. So stay tuned for that one.
Until then, remember, teach kids history.
Prevent repeats.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.